Hey guys, it's Turbo. So today is my October 2013 6 months thoughts video covering what's happened between April and October of 2013. The first thing that came to my mind when thinking about the last 6 months were the new golden gift boxes. Basically, this is a new system where you buy either 1 or 10 gift boxes at a time, and then you open them and hopefully you get one of the items that you were looking for and not the common shop. And I really like this system. I think this is a good way to promote buying Z tokens, as well as having these items that are rare forever and they just come and go and you have to basically catch them while they're there. Actually, almost all of the golden gift boxes seem to be really useful. The only one that I would say is not that useful would be the new pygmy zombies. I don't think they're that great of a pet, but other than that, that's the only one that I don't find really useful. All the other ones seem to be really good, especially my favorite being the Ultra Krieger Blade. I really love that weapon. It filled a good gap that I had. I did not have a light sword. I didn't have a light sword in my inventory, and so I needed one, and this one also changes to darkness, so I could put Juicy Fruit in my inventory as well, which was nice. Yeah, so the golden gift boxes are a really good way to make people buy more Z tokens, as well as getting them to have rare items. I know the staff is against rares in general, but this is actually kind of promoting rares in a way, so I actually find that a bit strange. One of the good things about this new Z token kind of thing or gift box, is that even if you don't get the thing you're looking for, you get a bit of compensation. So I get about 7.5 million, I would say, gold per time on average whenever I don't get the item I'm looking for. So that's nice. You know, it's a little bit of a compensation if you didn't get what you're looking for. The one gripe I have is that it is incredibly hard sometimes to get the ultra rares, whatever they may be. I think in the past there were Soluna, Jin, and I don't remember the other two. I think it was that living armor, and I don't remember which one it is now. But yeah, it's a bit tough to get those, and I don't really like that. It's like you have to buy too many in order to actually get what you're looking for. But other than that, the golden gift boxes are really nice. They're a good addition to the game, and I think if they stay around, which I'm sure they will, they'll be really good for players, something for them to do, you know. And if you're always low on gold, it's a way to effectively, you can buy gold if you want to, and you know, that's nice. You should have the ability to buy gold. In the past, it was in the form of, you know, 200 Z tokens to 3,000 gold, which is like nothing. You'd be spending money for nothing, basically. One of the ways I actually was able to get in the top 25 for the Nyanetid Way was by selling my house and a few other things. It's really helpful though there, because if you're in a gripe for gold or something, you can get it easily. All right, yeah. So those are the golden gift boxes. The next thing I want to talk about are the new lean systems, where you have an offensive or a defensive or a neutral lean for an armor. This is something I wasn't sure about in the beginning. I was a little bit, conflicted, because we first had those offensive and defensive test armors back in, I think it was November or October of last year, so like a year ago. And I wasn't really sure about them. I thought they were a bit strange. I didn't know if they'd really work out. But now it seems that they're working out. And when Tinkerer first came around, I didn't buy it. I don't think I will buy Tinkerer. I'll let it go. I don't want it that much. But I really didn't know much about the lean system at that point. Still, I was still like on the edge. But in the last 6 months, the whole lean system has taken off, and we've had armor after armor with offensive or defensive leans. So in the beginning, I was thinking that, well, if you have an offensive lean, it's going to be inherently better than a defensive lean. And I was thinking, okay, well, that's, you're just going to want to do the most damage. You're going to probably crush something much faster. But then I realized that defensive leans can be used really well when you have these 100% proc weapons, like the magic wands or the bows and the guns and those kind of things. So they work really well with those, and I think the new Living Armor, I want to call it. It's not new. It's a month old at least. The Living Armor is a good armor because it not only has that defensive lean, but it also regenerates, which is something that could be, furthermore integrated with more armors in the future. Because if you both heal and you have a defensive armor, you're basically indestructible, and you can fight off anything with a lot of health. Those will probably work better with tank monsters. So yeah, that's the offensive lean. I almost all my armors I want to say are offensively leaned. Werewolf form, Actually, no, not most. Only two of them: Savage Werewolf form and Leprechaun Power Armor. Those are both offensive, and you really do see a difference in damage. Oh, and Horde's Ire, of course. You do see a bit of difference in damage between those and some other armors like Moglor Torturous or Demon Warrior or Ultra Guardian Plate. So yeah, they are you can see how they're stronger. The lean systems in the future, I would like to see a little bit more to do with spells as well. I know in the beginning they were thinking, oh well, spells can do some more damage if you're in an offensive leaning armor and do less damage when you're defensing, but they cut that out. So I'd like to see something actually done about spells. Maybe, I don't know how that would work, but it'd be interesting. The one thing I don't see about lean armors is the neutral leaned. I think the neutral leaned are going to just be useless. It just looks like that from where I'm sitting, I guess. They seem to not really have any point because if you're in a neutral armor, you're not really getting the benefits of having that defensive capability, and you're not really having the power to just squash your opponent. You're not going to beat anything faster or slower. It's just going to be normal, and probably a defensive armor with 100 proc weapons is going to beat something faster, as is a offensive armor with 0 proc weapons is going to beat something faster. So it's like neutral armors seem to be really underpowered and kind of teetering on the side of uselessness. But we'll see. We don't know yet. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about is the Knight class. The Knight class has really been completely revamped in the last 3 or 4 months. 4 months? Yeah, 4 months sounds about right. We had the 4 different kingdoms, one each month. I think it was one each month. My favorite is personally the fire one. I think it's... Actually, I can go and check in my inventory. The Demon Knight armor. I just like that one more. I think fire is more useful than any of the other ones right at the moment. Basically, the one thing I really like about this is that although the armor skills don't seem to be that great, I don't see if they're that useful for level 100s. For people below level 90, so the mid-range, like 65 to 90, they're going to be really useful. The Knight armors will probably dominate a lot of the players' inventories. I can see how they would be really helpful to people. Especially the new miscellaneous item called Eye of the Unholy. When you have minus 10% when you're level 140 or 150 or 130 even, minus 10% is going to be better than Eye of the Unholy, because Unholy is going to cut yours in half, which will probably be something like 18% at maximum, 18 to 9, that's 9%, versus when you'd have 15%, 15 to 5, and only 15 to 7.5 with the Eye of the Unholy. But when you're in level 65 to 90 range, it's going to help a lot. Oh, by the way, it's not actually 50% less damage, it's 45% less damage, but we're just going to round it up to 50. It's only 5% off anyway. When you're at those mid-levels, 65 to 90, it's really going to help. Eye of the Unholy is going to make monsters do a lot less damage, and I've tested this out with my my tertiary, I guess, and it's worked really well for him. It's just done less damage, and you can even use Chieftain's Ironthorn in a lot of cases, as you can with higher level players as well. I used Eye of the Unholy a few times with my main, and it worked pretty well when I had Chieftain's Ironthorn on. I even tried fighting Nightbane, but that didn't work too well. But actually, I need to make a video of Nightbane at some point. But yeah, so Eye of the Unholy is pretty useful when you're in that mid-level range, and I think people will continue using that for a while over using some of the miscellaneous items you have at the time, because Ivy Unholy is going to cut a lot less damage. Or, sorry, cut a lot more damage. Of course you want to cut a lot more damage. Yeah. Alright. The next thing I want to talk about is the constant swapping of Z-token packages. So the Z-token package idea started out quite a while ago, actually. The first Z-token package where you would get some sort of item with it was with the Z-Blade. I think that was in 2011 or 2012, beginning of 2012, I want to say. And I didn't see them as that interesting at the time. I thought, okay, well, you're getting a weapon that's probably a little stronger than something you already have. Okay, I guess that's interesting. But recently they've been now swapping it every month. Every month there's a new Z-token package item. So this month we have